If you're leading a wealth management firm, I have a question for you. Does your team know how much you appreciate them? The Firm Foundation video series helps leaders of wealth management firms lead and grow their companies more effectively. We begin all of our client work with a discovery, and one of the things that we get to do with the discovery process is meet with team members and get their candid impression about what it's like to work at that particular wealth management firm. And one of the themes that we often come across is that the staff don't really truly feel appreciated. And it has a lot of unintended consequences that are negative. Appreciating your team is a gift to them, and all of us can fall into traps where we don't appreciate those around us very much, and that sends a message that I don't think that we want to send. What are some of the reasons for this? Well, sometimes we're more focused on the things that people do wrong than the things that they do right. I'm guilty of this, unfortunately. Sometimes we just get too familiar with people and we don't appreciate them because of that proximity to them, and that familiarity undermines the value that they have in our eyes. Sometimes leaders and advisors get focused on themselves and their clients and their pursuit of business goals, and they lose sight of the team around them that actually makes those things possible. Sometimes people that you are engaged with on your team, you oversimplify their work and you underappreciate what it takes for them to do their work with excellence, and thereby you underappreciate the value that they're delivering to you and to your clients. Here's an example. I was in a firm a couple years ago, and one of the support people in that firm had stayed up really late the night before on a big project and then come in early that day, and no one really knew all that person had put into the preparation, but I knew, and I could tell that it was disappointing to them to not feel recognized. Not that that was the reason that they were doing it, but they just had been in a pattern where they didn't feel like extra effort was really noticed. Sometimes we just take things for granted because we get used to them and comfortable with them. But this can really be a problem. And so here's some ways to consider expressing appreciation to counteract that problem. Number one, communicate in a way that's meaningful to the recipient. So if I'm expressing appreciation to one of our team members and I know that they love gifts, give them a gift. Just because you don't necessarily care about gifts, that's not the point of the gift giving. It's speaking their language, not yours. Number two, look for things that they consistently do well and sincerely thank them for it. Number three, if you hold a weekly team meeting or a monthly team meeting, just spend a few minutes at the beginning of the meeting and go around the table and ask everyone to point out something that happened last week that they appreciated a fellow team member for. This is an excellent way to start off a meeting. Next, when someone goes above and beyond to make something possible, talk about it, celebrate it, make note of it, do something for them. Celebrate the extra effort often, because that will foster this appreciation, and that's what people feed on. That's what they want. They want to know that what they're doing matters and it matters to you. And then lastly, when you are expressing appreciation, look them in the eyes, be completely present, be completely sincere, give them 100% of your attention, and let them know that it means something, not just from your head, but from your heart. When you get proficient at appreciating your team, there's nothing more that you can do that will mean more to them over time than this. It's not that you can't do other things, and you should, but there's no substitute for sincere appreciation for the people that contribute to you and make what you do possible around you. Firm Foundations is brought to you in part by our friends at SmartRIA, where they help financial advisors simplify their compliance.